Hi guys, in this session I will explain virtual thread. Virtual thread is the Java 21 feature. What is virtual thread? Virtual thread are lightweight threads. It is managed by JVM but not operating system. Virtual threads are cheaper than platform threads. What is platform thread? Platform thread, this we already know, right? We can create a thread by extends thread. You see, this is the platform thread. So virtual threads are cheaper than platform threads, and virtual threads we can create millions without hitting any performance hit. And virtual threads are lightweight, and virtual threads for more throughput but not for latency. If we compare with the platform thread and virtual threads, you see here virtual threads it's managed by JVM, and platform threads it's managed by the operating system. Memory for thread it is in few KB, platform threads it is in MBs. Creating cost is very low and creating cost is high. Context switch is fast and context switch is slow. Best use case, suppose if you have high concurrency input output applications, then we can go. It means if we have multiple tasks more than 100,000 like this, right? We can go for this. Within the task, within the range, the CPU range, then we can go for platform tasks. How to create a virtual threads? The start virtual thread method, it will create a virtual thread. This lambda, right? It start the task. So no need to start explicitly. Okay, usually we are calling run method by using start method, right? In the uh, platform threads. Here there is no need to call start thread. The lambda itself, uh, it will run the thread. Suppose if we use the runnable task, so we can pass the runnable task here. And the join method, this is optional. This join method, it will the join method, what it will do, the main thread, it will wait to complete the virtual thread. So that's why we are using the join method, or else you can use sleep method also, just for printing purpose. Suppose if you want print anything like this, okay. There is another way we can create a virtual thread using thread of virtual and start. This is also another way. And using executor, you see the executors is a utility class. There is one method, new virtual thread per task executor. You can use this method also. Okay. Suppose we have 10,000 threads and 10,000 tasks. If we use fixed thread pool, we will get out of memory error. For 10,000 tasks, if we use this traditional thread, we'll get the out of memory. In that scenario, we can use for virtual thread. So virtual thread, it will give the performance, good performance, and it will without it will allow to execute 10,000 tasks. We can use cache thread pool also, but you see here cache thread pool, how much time it is taking? 9,884 milliseconds, and virtual thread is 1,616 16 milliseconds. You see, this one is better, right? So that's what we can. That's why we can go for virtual thread. This is not exactly. It will change. Okay. This is just for your understanding. I'm giving this in milliseconds. When to use virtual threads? For high concurrency is needed. Suppose if you are handling 100 plus HTTP requests or database calls, etc. So you can go for virtual threads. And network calls also, input output database access web services, these are all we can go. And lightweight background tasks for scheduling jobs also we can go. Yeah, I will explain how to create a thread, virtual thread. So come here. Yeah, virtual thread, I'm using start virtual thread and running. It is not printing, right? Sysout is not printing because main thread is completed before complete virtual thread. So what I will do, We can use thread.sleep here, or else we can use the join method. Join method, join. Okay. The join method, what it will do, the main thread, it will wait to complete the virtual thread. After completing the virtual thread, then main thread it will finish. You see here, now it is printing. Okay. Suppose if you want to use the runnable interface, yeah, we will use that also. Yeah, this is runnable task. So we can, yeah, let me copy the join method. We can use like this also. Now, yes, right? Yeah, you see, it is printing. So there is one more way also. Let me copy and I will show you. This is another way. You see here, it is printing, right? Yeah. If we want to use the, if we want to use an executor framework, that also we can use. Let me delete this and I will show you. I've, suppose if we use fixed thread pool for 100,000 tasks, so, sorry, 100,000 threads and 100,000 tasks. So what it will give, you see. So what I'm doing, just I'm using this new fixed thread pool and submitting this task and taking this nanoseconds, converting into the milliseconds. Okay, let me run it. Most of the developers they are using fixed thread pool, right? Yeah, suppose the fixed thread pool it won't handle 10,000 threads for 10,000 tasks. So we will get like this exception, out of memory exception, we will get it. Okay. Suppose in this scenario we can use virtual thread per task executor. So we can use the virtual threads. Let me remove how many seconds. Okay. Okay. Virtual thread, how much time it will take, we'll see. For 10,000 tasks, sorry, 10,000 tasks. So 2645 milliseconds it is taking. Okay, guys. If we use this Cassie thread pool, how much milliseconds it will take? For virtual thread, 2645 milliseconds it took, and for Cassie thread pool, we'll see how much it will take. It is still going on. 11,063 milliseconds. So which one is best? 2000 milliseconds, right? Virtual thread, it is completing 100,000 tasks in 2645 milliseconds, and the same task it is completing for Cassie thread pool in 11,063 milliseconds. So which one is better? This is better. This is better. So that's why suppose if we have yeah, you see here more than 100 plus 100,000 plus HTTP requests or database calls or